Hi, I'm Cash, and welcome to Cash Talks Football, where I break down all the goals scored in the Premier League with using my plus 20 years coaching experience, giving you some insight. Maybe you want to become a better player or a better coach, or maybe you're just starting out your coaching, your drama-y life. So right now we're doing Brentford versus West Ham in the Premier League. West Ham are kind of balling off the place a little bit, and Brentford are kind of picking up some steam. But quite frankly, they're both sort of mid-table teams, going for that sort of anywhere from 8th to sort of 6th place, down to maybe 12th. That's kind of where they're fighting for. And they're both doing kind of all right. So let's have a little look and see what we got. As we see here, that's not too badly defended here by West Ham, but it's not too great. And Brentford just kind of chip the ball up. Nothing special, nothing great. Don't really attack the ball properly. There's not much marking going on. West Ham really need a couple more players back. And you can see that they've got, look, you can just see the overlap here on the far side with these extra players. And this is going to become a problem, right? So because we're not dealing and we're not marking up here, bump, all of a sudden now we can receive the ball easily and we can take another shot at goal. And West Ham's not really close enough to pressure it, but look, here he comes. He's doing his job. Bump. Smashes the ball into the melee of players. For some reason, there's someone behind the goal line. Apparently, he thinks if he's behind the goal line, he can save the ball. Don't know how that works, but yep, that's what he's doing. Ball comes out here, and I quite like what he does because, like, if you watch any of my videos, you'll listen to how many times I talk about the D and how the D is very, very important, and you need to be standing here if you're attacking or defending. Because if you're a defender, bump, you can clear the ball. But look right now, there's not a defender anywhere near the middle of the field. Nowhere near the middle of the field. That can't happen. But it does. But they recover, and immediately, instead of him trying to take a shot at goal, I probably would have tried to pass it into this little wee chap here to his feet. Or take a shot, actually. No, I would have taken a shot, and so would you probably. He knocks it back out, and he just does his little cute little junk ball to keep the pressure on. The whole time, if you're looking at this, though, Brentford aren't doing anything special. All they're really doing is keeping the play going. They're keeping the ball in the box, keeping the pressure on, knocking the ball up, having a shot, knocking the ball up. And West Ham aren't doing anything. They're not clearing it. They're not getting close enough. They're not getting tight enough to any of their players. And sooner or later, if you do that, you will get punished. Look, bad header. 2 of the West Ham players fighting over for the header as well. To be fair, like even at that point, you knock it out for a corner and then you try to regroup. They don't do that, and then they get punished by that, which is terrible. But I want to show you again. Remember when I was calling out that guy about walking onto the behind the line? Watch the players as they back up when the ball comes in. So they're going to challenge the ball. They keep backing away from the ball, hence they're on the line, instead of actually going forward to try to attack it. That's kind of weak. I don't know how this creeps into your football team, but it does sometimes. Players start backing away from the ball, thinking, oh, they're going to get the bounce or get the whatever, instead of challenging for the bounce. I don't understand that. Never have done, never will do, but you can see it. Don't be one of those guys. Let's get on to the next goal. There's not much to really say about this goal. You can just watch it. That's all you really have to do, is just watch this goal and just enjoy it. Right, but before we get to the goal, we're looking at how they're building up their play. You can see, runner here on the outside. No one's really tracking him. Their shape isn't exactly right. So what really should have happened is, let me go to him. This guy here should have gone with a runner on the outside. Okay, this guy here should have been going with a runner on the outside. Bump, because he's not goal side. He can't do anything. This guy here needs to identify that, tell his mate to go, and he come in and cover for him there. Otherwise, you stand in no man's land like he is. Look, he's in no man's land. There's no player for him to mark. There's nothing for him to do. So literally, he either goes to cover or he tells his mate to, and he comes and covers his player there. That doesn't happen. Look, he ends up running back, free delivery into the box, bump, and then he scores that, which is quite nice. We've got to give that some credit there. He enjoys his day, but that's quite good. Let's get on to the next. Again, we're starting play, building out over to that left-hand side. For some reason, Brentford haven't identified that this is where the problems keep coming into, and they do again. Ball shot, they go wide. No real pressure on the ball. It's kind of, again, I'm going to have to come up with a new sort of word and phraseology for it in the Premier League. They go to close the ball down, but they don't really try to win the ball. They just kind of stand there waiting for the player to do something. So the player sort of advises, look, he's nowhere near the bloody ball. What are you doing? He just lets him do what he wants. He's got no intention of trying to actually tackle the guy or win football. Look. And then he just chips it over. Then it's a great first chest bat off the post there. Terrible little touch. Completely confused the keeper because he didn't come for it. And then Dumpf taps it into the net box. Yeah, awful goal to concede, really. Just like a bit of a mess. But it comes down to, again, no pressure out here. These players just don't know what they're doing, just letting this guy have the ball completely unmarked. No, he thinks he's going to run up, beat him down the line. His body shape is completely wrong. This defender's not helping him. And I don't know, they're just letting free crosses come into the box. It's terrible, terrible defending. Let's just get on to the next goal, because I thought I was going to burst a blood vessel looking at these idiots. Here we are from a corner from Brentford taking it out. They don't put it straight into the box. I'm not necessarily a fan of these little short corners, but I can get it. I understand why people do it. They're trying to change the defensive shape. So put it to this way. You defend corners all the time, right? Okay, so we do set plays all the time. You know where the ball is coming in from and you're used to that. If we can make you deal with the same sort of set play, but make you move and not have the time to adjust, maybe we can cause some confusion. And that's what they do here. They knock the ball out. They put it. Now they all have to set and reshape again. Ball goes out and he just puts in a delivery. Now, Brentford, for their first goal, just kind of kept the ball going, and this is kind of what they put these little dink crosses in, and the defender just doesn't deal with it, and he puts it in his own net. It's a simple header, doesn't deal with it properly. To be fair, the keeper could have come out and got it. He really could have. He's watching it. Look where the keeper's position is. Keeper's got all the time in the world to track where that's going, and he doesn't deal with it. And it's in his own goal. But yeah. Not great defending, but it's that looping cross that does the damage. And West Ham are making it hard for themselves. They really are. Let's get on to the last game. Again, here we are, looking to put the ball into the box, which they've done a couple of times. Seems to be causing them all sorts of problems. They can't be dealing with it. And I'll tell you why they can't deal with it. It's because you can clearly see there's 3 players there with 1 West Ham player, 2 players there with 1 West Ham player. The West Ham players aren't actually marking anybody. Look at how many of them there's so many bodies free. So this guy just wants to put it up to the back post and have them go and attack it. Bonch. And then it goes. Well, we could tell you that was going to happen straight from the starting position. Starting positions are important. Starting positions dictate what's going to happen as the rest of the play unfolds. Good starting positions means you're in a good position to win the header. Bad ones mean you're in a bad place to win the header. These guys are all static and standing. They're all stood still. That means that they're going to be basically taking a standing jump. These guys are not. They're able to run in. So with their running jump, they're going to have a better chance of winning the header, which they do. If you're being tracked by someone, you're also doing a running jump because you're with them. If you're away from them and you've got 5 yards to run onto you, they've got the advantage, which clearly happens here as ball comes in. Bosch got the advantage, bomb up they go, wins the header. It's that simple. They know that, they're just not doing it. But I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.